Have you ever made a decision so desperate, so dangerous, that it changed the very shape of your shadow? My name is Chinedu, and I did the unthinkable. I sold my soul to save the only woman who ever truly loved me, my mother. It all began on a rainy Friday evening in the heart of Ajigunle. The rain was loud, restless, like it was trying to wash away the sins of Lagos itself. I had just finished a rough day at the mechanic workshop in Mile 2, soaked in oil, sweat, and regret. I was dragging myself home, dreaming of Mama's usual hot ifo riro and the cool air from the old standing fan she refused to throw away. But life doesn't always follow the script. My phone rang. I picked it, wiping the screen with the edge of my dirty shirt. The voice on the other end was calm, almost robotic. "Mr. Chinedu, your mother has been admitted. She collapsed in the market today. Diagnosis: chronic kidney failure. You need to come to Eluj immediately." I didn't ask questions. I ran. I don't even remember how I got there. I think I entered 3 different buses without paying. When I reached the hospital, I saw Mama through the glass window. Tubes running into her arms. Eyes barely open. And when I finally spoke to the doctor, he said what felt like a death sentence. She needs urgent surgery. Dialysis at least twice a week. Maybe a transplant. The total cost? About 5 to 7 million naira. It was like the air left my chest. 7 million? Mechanic Chinedu who couldn't even fix his own life? I stood outside the ward and looked up at the gray sky, my heart breaking. "Gotta beg, show me road." But it wasn't God that answered. That night, after everyone had left the hospital and Mama was sedated, I wandered out, numb. I didn't even know where I was going. Somehow, I found myself near Papakos, a strange, almost forgotten cemetery on the outskirts of town. People said it was cursed. I didn't care. Then I saw him. A man in black, standing under a broken streetlight. He wasn't wet, even though the rain poured like judgment. He had no umbrella, no shoes. But he stood still, as if the storm didn't dare touch him. "You need 5 million naira, Chinedu," he said calmly. I froze. Who are you?" "I'm a man of solutions," he replied. "You need money. Your mother needs life. And I can give you both." I didn't ask how he knew. I didn't care. Desperation will make a man believe in anything, even devils dressed in suits. He handed me a file. There was already a contract inside. My name typed neatly at the top. Terms simple. Upon signature, 5 million naira will be transferred to your account. In exchange, in 7 years, I will return to collect your soul. I should have run. I should have screamed. But I thought of Mama, lying there in pain, calling my name in her sleep. So I signed. The next morning, 5 million naira entered my account. Just like that. I cleared Mama's hospital bills. Paid for the dialysis. Bought her medication. Got her a private nurse. In 2 weeks, she was back on her feet. She called me her angel. She told everyone, "My son is a miracle from heaven." I smiled, but inside I was dying. As Mama's health returned, my life changed too. Suddenly, business deals fell into my lap. People I never met started helping me. I went from being a roadside mechanic to owning my own auto repair company in Surulere. Money was no longer my enemy. But peace? Peace had left me. I'd wake up in cold sweat, hearing voices whispering numbers, counting down. I started seeing the man in black, at petrol stations, in reflections at the back of buses. Never speaking, just watching. The more I gained, the less I felt human. I tried to return to church. The first Sunday I stepped in, the lights in the building exploded. The pastor's microphone caught fire. And as he approached me to pray, he collapsed. They said it was heart failure. I knew it wasn't. Mama kept thanking God for my success. But I knew the truth. I was living on borrowed breath. Then I met Amaka. She was different. Light in a world that had gone dark for me. Soft-spoken, deeply spiritual, kind to Mama. For the first time in years, I felt something like hope. I thought maybe love could undo the curse. Maybe it could rewrite my fate. We got engaged. She never knew what I had done. I couldn't tell her. How do you say, I sold my soul like groundnut for N5 million? But the shadows didn't rest. One night as we lay together, her hand touched my chest and she pulled back. Your heart, she said, it feels cold. I laughed it off, but my laughter was empty. Then came the 7th year. It was Mama's 64th birthday. I cooked for her. I bought a cake. I even invited her old friends from the market. She danced that day. Said it was the happiest day of her life. She looked me in the eyes and said, Chinedu, you're my miracle. If I die tomorrow, I'll go smiling. I wanted to cry. Because I knew. At exactly 11:59 p.m., the lights went out. Not Nipa Wala. This was a darkness that swallowed light itself. The air turned cold. Then came the knock. Not at the gate. At the door. I opened it. He was there. Same black suit. Same bare feet. Same wicked smile. Chinedu, he said, it is time. I dropped to my knees. Please. Take me. Don't touch her. She's innocent. But he laughed. You don't understand, do you? You didn't just give me your soul. You gave me your reason. You tied her life to your contract. She was your why. And now she's the price. I screamed. I begged. I offered my life over and over. But it didn't matter. He touched my forehead. A sharp pain pierced through my chest. And when I opened my eyes, Mama was gone. Just like that. No goodbye. No struggle. No explanation. Only silence. People said she died peacefully in her sleep. But I knew better. Now I walk like a man with two shadows. One is mine. The other is waiting to collect. I have wealth, but I am hollow. I see the man in black sometimes, smiling, watching. Last week, outside Eluge, I saw a young boy begging a doctor. My mama's dying, he cried. Please help us. I reached into my pocket. My fingers touched a bundle of notes. Then I saw the man in black, standing by the entrance, nodding, like he was waiting for me to pass the curse forward. Lessons learned from the story. In life, there are moments when desperation pushes us to the edge, when love, pain, and fear combine to cloud our judgment. Chinedu's story reminds us that not every opportunity is from God, and not every miracle is worth the price it demands. In his quest to save the only person who had ever truly loved him, he found himself entangled in a darkness that gave quickly but took eternally. It also teaches us that desperation, when not guided by wisdom, can open doors that should remain closed. Sometimes, the things that glitter the most come from the deepest pits. And when life offers you a shortcut that feels too easy, pause, because it might be a trap wrapped in urgency. The most heartbreaking part? Chinedu didn't lose his soul alone. He lost his reason, his why, his mother, the very person he was trying to save. That's the danger of making decisions out of fear. When you sign deals in the dark, you often sacrifice more than you bargained for. Furthermore, it teaches us that peace is more valuable than money, and blessings that come without rest of mind are nothing but poison in disguise. Evil will always return for payment, no matter how long it hides in silence. And the saddest punishment isn't always death. It's living with the weight of a wrong decision. In the end, it's not just about what you gain. It's about what it costs. Because some doors, once opened, can never be closed again.